Here we are with a Naraka Clash League event gameplay for the Chambers. In the Spiritwell mode, which is very similar to Call of Duty's Domination, you need to capture flags, kill enemies to earn points, and complete quests scattered around the map. The best strategy to win in this mode is to diversify your positions. However, if you're like me and not in voice chat with other chamber members, you can be the wildcard that helps your team win. The best strategy, both in solo and in a group, is to divide tasks while remaining flexible to assist your allies. As we can see, after capturing the first flag near the spawn, we move towards the second and more contested flag, E. The majority of us went to this flag to leverage our numbers and secure it. Meanwhile, the evenly split enemies went to both C and D, in addition to E, which made it easier for us to conquer E, a crucial objective to hold throughout the match. Here, the enemies who initially moved to capture flags C and D encountered some of us who slowed down their progress, and even nullified it in the case of D. Consequently, the rest of us at E swiftly moved to capture C. Having eliminated the remaining enemies who had captured C at the beginning of the match, and then quickly returned to secure E. While the enemies were busy capturing E, one of our team members went to steal the enemy spawn flag to deny them easy points. The majority of us who returned to E had little trouble reclaiming it. In this case, I assisted my teammates in killing the enemies trying to reach E from D and the spawn point, ensuring we eliminated all enemies between E and D before moving on to capture D. As we can see, the rotation ensures you always have 2 people ready to capture the flag, and 2-3 providing support in case they encounter enemies to face. Afterward, we return to E. In this phase, you can see that about 3-4 of us rapidly rotate between E and D or C, always focused on safeguarding E. Here, I'm trying to get my teammates' attention with a ping to go towards C, where one of my teammates was already located after arriving from our spawn. Always remember to pick up every quest you come across. As shown, I even engage 4 or 5 enemies without concern for being killed, with the aim of obstructing or holding back the bulk of the enemies to prevent them from rotating. Throughout this gameplay, I consistently focused on providing support rather than trying to excel in one-on-one fights. I used charged attacks selectively when the enemy was engaged, preventing them from moving or parrying quickly because they were under attack from my ally. This approach allowed us to secure kills and points, and what truly changed the fights was the ability to nullify charged attacks or other moves with my ability on F, usable even while under attack. This prevented the opponents from combining their attacks effectively with mine or my allies. In this case, I used the third ultimate ability to engage as many enemies as possible, hoping to block them when it activated. At a certain point, we took a break from capturing flags to engage in the central fight for some fun. But we soon returned to the rotation strategy I explained earlier. In this case, I had to restock on items like grappling hooks and healing supplies since I had run out. Recapturing the other bases without too much difficulty. If we had focused more on capturing flags, we could have earned many valuable points. However, the important thing is to have fun, right? In the upper left corner, someone on our team accepted a quest. Initially, it was simply about killing certain players to increase our points, but now it's a quest to capture flags, which is another important way to achieve victory. We strategically fought for the flags. Unfortunately, here I didn't receive support from my teammates, perhaps with the intention of letting the enemies capture some flags to later recapture them for more points, or maybe they were just engaged in the others, like C. Here, we encountered some enemies hoping to capture A to gain some points, thinking that we were too busy safeguarding the others. However, their plan didn't work out. As soon as we regained control of A, I quickly resumed the rotation, starting from E. Even though there were no enemies initially, I decided to wait for the enemy's countermove, and my idea turned out to be correct, because many of them attempted to capture E. Even now, we lost many flags mainly to push forward with a kind of enemy spawn kill. Here, I also got a bit distracted in pursuit of an easy kill. As you can see, I engaged with some enemies I didn't need to engage with. Always try to avoid this because many of them may escape, and following them around the map is unnecessary and will cost you points and the assistance you could provide to your teammates. But nothing serious thanks to the kills we got. Now, let's move on to the quest to hold C for bonus points. We were able to recapture the bases we had lost during the fight. As usual, we start by capturing E in the majority, and some of us attempt to capture C without success. Meanwhile, I and 2 others move to take D. We initially overlooked this quest a bit, but later, after securing the other flags and earning points from the fights at flags E and D, we focused on holding flag C to gain additional crucial points. In this case, I was only able to secure D and then E, but as you can see, my teammates helped me in capturing C and the other bases that the enemies had almost taken. After completing the quests, we returned to fighting on E for some extra points and kills. In conclusion, to secure victory in this mode, it's crucial to control E for most of the time. At the beginning, it's important to split into groups of 2 to capture flags D and C, while sending 6-7 players to capture E. Then, provide support to D and C in groups of 2, starting from E. If someone dies at D or C, they should go to E to continue the rotation and ensure control of the various flags. If you're playing solo, I highly recommend following my playstyle. Use charged long-range attacks on enemies already targeted by your teammates to avoid getting parried, and use your ability, which can be activated under attack, to enter enemy groups attempting to perform the same tactics as your team. My last piece of advice in this video is to use cannons as long-range weapons. Thanks to the purchasable Soul Jade, you can deal high damage for free against enemies engaged in combat with your teammates. Alternatively, you can use melee weapons like the longsword or dual halberds. With charged attacks, you can engage multiple enemies, and I personally prefer the longsword because it allows for easier targeting even with quick changes in perspective, and you won't encounter as many parries as you would with other weapons that require closer combat. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a comment, and if you'd like, subscribe to my channel.